Good morning, this is Doreen Velin. I hope you're having a good day. I am going to have a great day with you guys. Today we're going to do something really crazy. I'm going to try to do like a modern cityscape, and I'm going to do it with marbles. So first of all, I'm going to just do a really light glaze. I'm going to put lots of water. I've got to make my color first. I'm going to just do some different colors here. Show you these different colors. I just put together. I want to do a sunset. You know, I'm going to focus today on sunsets and sunrises because people think they're the same. They're not the same, not at all. They're totally different, and I'll show you the difference in a minute. So we're just going to do this first. I'm just going to put lots of water with it. I don't want to really mix the colors too much. I'm going to let them mix themselves. Lots of water on it. I want it faint in the background. I don't want it prominent. So just making real watery kind of sloppy stuff. And I'm just going to go across my thing like this. Across my thing. Well, it's actually a canvas. Yeah, I didn't have the words for it right now. But just do really light. I don't want any tension brought to this area. So if you don't want attention to it, it's not the focus. Just keep it light. Remember, the top is always the darkest. So when you do the top, it's the darkest. Then as you come down, it's lighter. Okay, keep it watery. Doesn't matter if it's streaky because of the sky. It could be streaky, but remember, don't do this because that's what happens, eh? So always start from your edge and go to the other edge. Start from the edge, go to the other edge. Okay, I know it kind of feels funny sometimes, but it is better. So I'm just going to take this down here like that. Get a bit of yellow in it with lots of water. Okay, take that yellow across. I'm going to take it right down because I don't know how much is going to show with this process. So it doesn't hurt to cover your whole canvas because once it dries you can paint over it. It's such a light wash. This is called a wash, so we're just going to keep it washy. I can do little streaks if I want, but I don't really want too much attention in there. It's quite a modern piece of art we're doing today. Quite abstract-y. Ooh, I like that. I think I am going to leave those lines in. So I changed my mind, you know. We can change our mind. We're allowed to do that. Allowed to change your mind anytime you want. Because you want. Once you see something you like, don't go over it. Please don't go over it. Just leave it. Like you want to go over that and make it smooth like the rest. But no, I like it. It's pretty. It looks like a sunset. So live with it. Stick with it. It's a happy sunset. Okay, so that's done. Just going to dry it really quickly. Now I'd be careful. I take this little knobby thing off here. This is the first time I've used this, so you know how to use it. So you know when it's dry, when it's not shiny anymore. Just keep. See, you can tell it's a bit shiny there. I don't know if you can see it. See the shiny part right here? See, it's disappearing now. So I put the heat on it. I got it on high, on hot. It's almost dry. It's almost dry. It's dry. That fast. Now we're going to do something fun. I'm going to just do, I'm going to put this frame here. You can get any frame you like. Any frame you like. This is just an old frame. And it can be smaller depending on your canvas. Today I'm using a square canvas, and to have a focal point, you have to think about your focal point first. Where's my focal point going to be? On a square, it's boring to put it dead center. You can go here, you can go here, but you're better to go a third over. So remember our lines, eh? Our 1/3, 1/3, focal point here, or you could do an L shape, or you could do circular on a square. So today I'm going to do an L shape. So it's going to come down like this and go across. So it's going to be like a cityscape, kind of like a modern look. So first of all, I have to get my background in, which is sort of trees. So I'm going to make like, I'm going to take some greens. Now you remember how to deaden green out, eh? To make green go back to the background, what do you add? If you watch my videos, you'd know it's red, because red is a complementary color. So if I add red to green, it's going to gray it out. That's what we want. We want to gray it out. In other words, push it to the back of the picture. So I'm using kind of a warm mossy green. I don't want to get too much yellow in it, and that's the problem. Green is made from blue and yellow. You can't help but have some yellow in it, but you can use like a cool yellow, and I'm going to fade it out, so I'm going to put a little bit of white in there probably, and just fade it out a little bit. Get some white. Now, you can't see what I'm doing right now, but I'm putting it in a bowl. So what I'm doing is I'm putting it in a bowl like this, okay? And I'm going to stir it up. And I don't want to stir it too much. I'm going to let it kind of blend a little bit. That's all I want, just like that. Okay, so you can see that. It's quite swirly. Now I'm going to put some marbles in there. So I'm going to take my marbles. I got some cobs here. Oh, I loved cobs when I was a kid. Oh my God, they were so much fun because they ruled. And Pearies. You remember Pearies? There's a Peary. You young people don't even know what that is. So if you want to learn something, watch this, you young people, because that's called a Peary. They were worth 3 marbles. And then you had cobs. And cobs, these cobs, that's a cob Peary. So not quite Peary because it's got a stripe in it. But those cobs were worth about probably at least 5 marbles. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put that big one in there. And then this is called a half cob. See, that's 1 inch side. Well, not quite 1 inch, but probably 6/8 of an inch. That's a cob side, half cob. We call those half cobs. And I'm going to put a couple of marbles in there. Oh, remember these? These were called cat's eyes. I don't know if you can see that, but in the clear part, it's like a little cat's eyes. We call those cat's eyes. They were pretty worth a lot. And then God, they even have all of them in here. I can't believe it. Oh my Lord, this is so much fun. So these weren't worth anything at all. They were kind of like, we gave those to people we didn't like. Yeah. So we used to, us girls, we weren't very good at doing this like boys. We couldn't do this. So we played, we had dug a hole in the ground, and we flicked it like that, and we had a line. So the person that got closest to the hole or in the hole, so the person that got most in the hole, they won. Okay, all the marbles. So now I'm gonna get paint on all these marbles, okay? Now I don't want to get too much blended, so I'm gonna leave them like that so you can see. I'm gonna put my thing down. Now I think I'm gonna want it probably in the middle, maybe over to the right hand side, maybe over to here, like that. Now I'm going to put those marbles in there. Just dump them in. Now I'm going to just turn my board, let them play, let the marbles play, 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 play. Okay, that's about it. Take my marbles out. I wish I had somebody to play with right now. I'd play marbles. That would be so much fun. Okay, I think I can bring some paper towel for my hands. If I can use my shirt, because it's a paint shirt. Okay, so these are going to be trees. Now watch what happens. I forgot something, you guys. I should have left the marbles in. You leave the marbles in, okay? So now we're gonna now if I want trees, I'm gonna go up and down, right? Let me just do this here and get this over. Kind of noisy. I like that. I'm gonna leave it now, okay? Now, those are the trees. Now I'm gonna take black. Now, the black is gonna be the cityscape. Actually, you know what? Okay, let me show you something here. You know, sometimes you have something in your mind, and I had a cityscape in my mind, which I was gonna do. I was gonna scratch it and do some city things. But you know what, to me, if I look at this, I'm going to show you this. See if you see it with me. I'm looking at that right now, and I'm seeing like a sandy beach with grasses. And I like it. Now I got to change my mind. What I got to do? So I like that just the way it is. So I'm going to just see if I can do something different here. Let's change it from a city to the beach. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this quick. Okay, so let's see. I think I can. What I'm going to do now is take some browns, and I'm just going to take dark browns and light browns. I got a light brown here. I'm just going to put it on here. Now remember that dark has to be at the bottom, right? How about that? That's pretty easy, eh? You can do that. You guys can do this stuff. You know, you can do it. It's easy peasy. And remember, if it doesn't turn out, what the heck? What the heck? Do it again. Now, I gotta show you my trick. You know, when you use, a lot of people use these, right? And they scrape it. Well, I find the handle, I can't get a really good scrape. So I use an old credit card, and I cut it. This is my short side. This is one a bit longer. This is one a bit longer, and this one a bit longer. So each side has a different length. So I can use it to scrape a small 1 inch. I can use it to scrape a 2-inch space, and this is about 1.5, and that's about 2 inches. Yeah, that's a bit longer. So that's what you do with it. And you know what makes you feel good when you use this? Because you're not spending money. I love it. So I'm going to take this now, and I'm going to spread it. Looks like baby poo. I don't like this color. I'm going to put a bit of yellow in there, I think. And then this is darker here. You know, when you've been a mother, you've seen so much baby poo. You don't need to see it on canvas. Oh, just a minute. Stop right there. Just a minute. I like that. I gotta get rid of this. So that's an edge I didn't like. I'm gonna take it off the canvas. And I think I like it. So I'm gonna just take a little bit of yellow here. Because I've got yellow up here now. I just want to get rid of that pooey look. Pooey, pooey. There we go. I just love this, working with a now. I don't want to fill it in too much. I'm starting to fiddle. As soon as you find you're starting to fiddle, stop. Stop, stop, stop. Okay, now I got sort of something here. I need a little bit, my focal point has to stay down here. So, because this is darker than this, so this is actually where my focal point now has to be. So about here, a complementary color to green is red. So I can do some little red color, little red flowers on stems. I'm going to do like a nice half warm color, not too Not too warm. Have them sink down a little bit and do some shades of color. We'll do a darker red. Okay. Okay, so now, get my marbles out of the way, we'll play later. This is a handy little tool. I keep this plastic fork wherever I go. I was going to use this when I did my black buildings. I was going to use these for windows. They work great for windows. Bing, 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 like that. But they're not windows now, and now they're flowers. So we're going to take a little dab of 2 colors of red and kind of just spot them in here. Just giving an impression of flowers, right? We don't have to draw really flowers and draw the stem, make them all pretty and do all the little petals. No. We don't have to do that. Just, this is an impressionism, so. And I can smush some up. I got a little stick here, like a little chopstick. They work great. You can smush it up a little bit. Just smush it up a little bit. Just so you get some mixed colors. You don't get them all perfect little dots. You don't want that. These flowers aren't perfect. Some are dead, some are half dead. You know, they're just fun. So now I can take this and I can take a dark green, because now we have to root those flowers. We have to put them into the ground. If you leave that like that, you don't know what it is. And so you do have to so you can use your palette knife on the side and just do some little flowers. Stems there. You have to ground these flowers in. Now you can take because this is still wet, what's really cool to do is you do some stems. And you scratch it like that. They don't really have to come down to the bottom. I'm thinking they should come to the bottom, but they don't really have to. They can be up a little higher. You know what? That's finished. I'm not going to do any more to it. I like it the way it is. Got some gobs here. And there's some gobs here. That's it. Okay, so I'm going to just, I don't know if you can see this. Should I turn it around? Let me turn around maybe and show it. But just turn it around slowly. You'll see this, the top is very, very subtle. And I left some gobs and streaks in the brown. So this ties in. There's a little bit of reddish and yellow in here. Got a little bit of yellow in there to tie it all in. The greens, the red is your complementary color. When you have green, you should have red. And you know what? It's just a quiet little scene. It's simple. But you know what? It works. So I like it, and I'm going to leave it like that. It's done. So I want to thank you very, very much for joining me right now. And yeah, this was a lot easier than I thought it was. It didn't take as long as I thought it would. If I do want to do streak this more, I was going to put black on top of this and do another marble in black, and then the buildings are going to come in front of the green. That was my plan. If you do end up trying that, water your paint down more. I didn't water my paint down. I took it right out of the jar or the tube. So that actually, that's the reason it didn't flow very good. So if you want to be solid masses, the buildings, put more water in your bowl. And I just use saran wrap in a bowl And if I had more paint and lots of paint and water, just a little tiny bit, it would be solid. It wouldn't be streaks at all. So there you go. Thank you for joining us today. This is Process Art Discovery and Doreen Velin. I want to thank you for joining us again. And if it's your first time, remember to press that subscribe button and also the little notification bell at the top. And it'll remind you because we've got some really neat stuff coming ahead, stuff that you've never ever seen on video before. See you later.